card. I know which card you're waiting for, Tom.
Yeah, which one's that?
It's a card that draws additional cards, let's say, from the extra deck. I mean, from Francesco. Did you forget already? Okay.
Draws from the extra deck?
Oh no, guys!
What card does this?
Nah, guys. No. I can't believe this. he has been talking about the card for a while, but okay. Let's pretend. Oh, but talking of combos,
there you go.
There you go. Set one pass. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you can see Francesco smiling. Definitely not happy about this one. Oh well.
Oh, and he's getting the rough new. I mean, not quite yet, because this could still be anything, right?
Yeah.
But you don't really want to have a hand of 5 that can't do anything against a Runick stun deck. But they will give you a turn to get back on your feet, and an extra card to get back on your feet.
Okay. So, oh, wow. One day, that's...
One day of peace followed by a dimensional feature. The least peaceful.
Now he knows. So, if he didn't know, now he definitely knows. And I guess this wasn't the best opener, because at least we prevented, you know, the fountain. But let's see if Francesco can pick up some of his engine. This feature is actually really annoying for Orcust.
Yeah, I think it's really, really annoying, isn't it? Because he's running the Horus engine as well. So
yeah, rough.
And he does not have like the Arpus Feather Duster as well.
And I think he just passed back.
Wow.
I mean, he couldn't really do much last turn anyway, but he's got to see 2 fresh cards, courtesy of the One Day of Peace and his normal draw.
And a pass back too. All right. That's the pace of this one.
It's proper Time Wizard Yu-Gi-Oh! This.
Absolutely. Our little buddy on the table is enjoying it.
I mean, Ed mentioned the penultimate duel. I want to see what is the penultimate Time Wizard tournament. We have the ultimate Time Wizard, but...
yeah, let's run that.
He's been sort of slow-rolling these Runick spells, because he could have used that last turn if he wanted, but maybe he thought the card in his hand was too valuable to discard.
Makes sense. And we are actually giving up on our desires, it seems. Wow. I mean, I guess you didn't have the space to activate it, but he's really debating between this one. And in the end, he gives up. Okay, another rush from Francesco, though.
I don't like this column. It's making me worried. But I suppose Imperm would have happened rather than Ash Blossom.
There is a world in which we have banished all the fountains.
That would be a very bad world, yeah.
Francesco is really happy, but let's see.
He hasn't looked at the banish pile yet, has he?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Doesn't even...
He doesn't even need to look, you know?
All right. Confident man.
Maybe we'll see a sort of, you know, other player decks out the...
Pass back.
The Runick deck.
Okay, now he does.
Now it's about time.
And I see I found 2, and I think I see 2. I'm pretty sure I saw another one.
1 for sure.
How do you win?
Good question.
Oh, well, we're going to get aggressive.
That's how you win, Tom.
You almost summon the Rainbow Magician. But like, once your opponent has no cards on the field, it starts to become really difficult to activate Runick cards.
Yeah.
Especially if your extra monster zone is full.
I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure I did see 2 fountains in there, so... Ooh, a super polymerization is the first real card activated by Francesco in this duel. Definitely an interesting start.
This is really weird, isn't it? These aren't the cards you expect to be dealing with, I suppose, as the Runick player.
And yeah, we just play the Mud Dragon Control, which is actually quite strong against Runick.
I was thinking that too, like,
yeah,
untargetable.
That's we're riding the dragon to
that's
victory.
a win condition.
Yeah,
because there's a Gozen match being set. Not sure.
How do you deal with it?
I mean, he has got a scrubbed raid in his hand, which will you know, but it requires him to give up a card every turn to end the battle phase.
Okay, I guess we're special summoning something.
You can summon Jerry, but that has to, it targets, I don't know if it has to be sent to the graveyard as well.
Yeah, it does. Also, yeah, stats-wise, it doesn't quite cut it, so...
Oh, but he's using his Scrubbed Raid, so once a turn you can send a card you control to the graveyard to end the battle phase. Oh, you know what he can do?
Fraki?
Oh, maybe he didn't banish both fountains.
Because Fraki would have been an interesting one, being 2000 attack at less, but...
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, are you really using your extra deck in this deck? That's the thing.
Yeah, it seems weird. He must have that in his extra deck.
Does he? Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
there's 3 of them.
Yeah. But I guess, yeah, this also works.
I think we were getting too excited. I think the fountain has been added, so...
Yep.
Francesco just, I guess, got to sit back. I feel like you just don't put any cards on the field against Runick, because you just give them targets.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I mean, it's still kinda soon to tell, but at some point I think Francesco will also have to realize what his game plan is in terms of, am I winning this one, and do I really want to go into time against the Runick deck later on down the line, you know? Because it still looks like this could be somewhat winnable, but it definitely seems tough. And if you end up losing this in like 20 minutes down the line, you really risk just losing to Mugen in game 3. So, I don't know.
Yeah, this is very neat, though. Why not? Does Scrub Raid have to be activated during the battle phase?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I mean, switching off the Dimensional Fissure here could give him a turn to make some plays.
For sure. This is big. And here we see one of the first synergies, Joelle reading the Orcust cards. Orcust Nightmare it is.
Wow, look at his face down. He's got Gozen Match and Grave of the Super Ancient Organism. I don't think either of those are really going to cut it. It's quite funny. The Mud Dragon is water,
I was about
you
to
can change it to a dark.
Because you could use it, but then, yeah, the effect is actually there. That's funny.
He's going to have to achieve a lot this turn while he is free from the Dimensional Fissure.
Yeah, we don't know the last set, I guess. Huh?
I think it's Grave of the Super Ancient Organism.
It's not too bad, I guess. Because I was thinking Dingirsu is obviously really good as a way even through Gozen Match to clear threats, but I guess that could be a way of preventing it, of preventing some of the interactions from Francesco. But the Unseen Organism doesn't do all that much against this deck, maybe. Because it doesn't affect, it's only on field, right? Pretty sure.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And, you know, stopping the Horus monsters from using their effects on the field is not super important.
Yep. So
some Gozen Match here to prevent any more Horus monsters from hitting the field. But as we all know, Orcust very focused on using just one type. Oh, sorry, one attribute even, which is Dark. Since any of the graveyard effects of the Orcust monsters mean you can only summon Dark monsters for the rest of the turn from the extra deck.
And yeah, this is a lot. I think he potentially just has it, doesn't he? Because I mean, Dingirsu can clear whatever at some point.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of possible options, because if you want to win the game this turn, then you have to deal with the Scrubbed Raid.
Yeah.
But going forwards, you might want to get rid of the Dimensional Fissure, but then you don't know what the last set is going to be.
Yeah, of course the last set is relevant, but only for mind games. Like in reality, it shouldn't really have an impact if it is the organism.
I'll hold it too. It's going to come in clutch by preventing the Imseti from attacking for 3,000 damage.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah. Here comes Galatea. Wow, this is really bringing me back to seeing full Orcust.
I mean, the engine is still good. It's obviously tough sometimes to, you know, find a proper version of the deck that can play around a lot of what the other meta decks are offering, but as a core, it's still good.
Yeah, it feels like it's very strong into Drone Lockbird in particular, which is a very popular card at the moment.
Okay. Here comes the engagement. This is a big decision from Francesco. What does he want to get rid of? Is he going for the OTK? Or does he even want to clear a Gozen? Is there a universe? I don't think so.
Yeah, surely not clearing Gozen match.
Yeah, you lock yourself anyway, so like it doesn't really matter.
He would lose his Mud Dragon, which would be sad, but maybe he's just going to attach from the punish pile.
Fair enough.
Seems unlikely. Francesco has got a Topologic Bomber Dragon in his extra deck, but not the Trisbana.
No.
To be devastating against the Runick. Stun, banishing all the spells and traps. So getting rid of that Scrub Raid means it's kind of more aggressive, wants to see if he can put the 8,000 on the field.
I do like this. We can bring more back, boost the attack of something. Not quite sure which one we are targeting.
Just not the Imseti.
Yeah. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's on the World Wand, maybe. Oh, Gizmek. Oh,
that's another one.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's
nice.
another one that loses to it.
He's going to be banishing his own deck as well. Going to help with the Runick stun in its goal.
I think we are entering. No. Okay.
Oh, he targeted the Imseti for the extra attack. Does he have any rank 8s he can use under the... Oh, he has Zombie Vampire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, what do we bring back? All right. Smaller one at least. And it's flipped now though. Okay, of all moments, I guess probably we enter battle phase, I want to assume, because
Does it prevents things from attacking?
Yeah,
or does
it prevents things. That's why you.
So you have to use it before
the
attack is
it was never getting. It was, I guess, never getting attacked by Yugen on the Yugen, but yeah, why not? And this gives him another turn, most likely, unless there is some surprise from Francesco. But I mean, the only cards left were the Fountain and the Trader. I don't remember.
Yeah, that was
the card scanner.
Yeah, card scanner. Yeah.
I mean, it's not irrelevant, the card scanner, because you call spell, and a lot of the time you're probably going to hit a Runick spell.
Yeah.
You do start to run out of spell and trap card zones, though. So if you were like running through the list of continuous traps, What I mean, Grave the Super Ancient Organism seems like one that I wasn't expecting to see.
In the main deck, at least, yeah.
So I was wondering, do you think there's other ones? Or do you think we're starting to run low now as more and more of them get limited or forbidden?
No, I would agree with you. It seems a bit extreme to me, but I guess it's not the worst, depending on what you expect. Like, it's decent against Tempai. At least it can give you a turn, and yeah, even against like Fire King it can be okay. It's obviously not the greatest, but yeah, I'm not an expert. You can ask Alberto probably on this kind of thing.
No, I mean, like, I miss them honestly, but being at one,
okay.
By slowly, I think we're just losing them, and also losing the possibility of me playing them, which you know. But yeah, I mean, now plays back to Joel. Let's see if he can find any Runick cards.
Yeah, Judge just pointing out, I think the Mud Dragon changes back at the end of the turn, so I don't really know if you have to send the Mud Dragon or you can choose to keep border, but I mean, I bet you're never keeping the Mud Dragon anyway, so
it's gone. And yeah, as mentioned, we do start with the scanner.
It's a really powerful draw for Gio. It looks like a Runick in his hand, so I don't think the Runick has to resolve. I mean, it's not going to resolve right with the SP, but it will put your choice of Runick spell, which I think has a tip or something on the bottom. But maybe he's not going to get to use the scanner.
We're interacting now.
I guess you have to do it now to get rid of the scanner, if you want to get rid of the scanner.
Like, do we not get rid of Fountain instead?
That would make more sense to me.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. I think that's just straight up the plan, but because you also have the SP to protect from like a possible freezing curse on the Girsu.
Yeah, you'd have to chain it to the Runick Fountain activation, right? Because it's one of those things that doesn't destroy in the same chain. But you are right. It makes a lot more sense to me to...
Yep, let's see if he gets punished by this, or maybe he's holding the counter trap, I don't know.
Or the Ash.
Yeah, there it is, okay. Crescendo. And yeah, that's pretty much game over. So, very well execution by Francesco, who kept his composure, and although he passed, I guess this time around, he was happy to find out that he was up against Runick stun, because probably every other deck would have just straight up destroyed you, so you can afford to brick against such a slow deck.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you're playing Runick stun, you think you get that kind of start, and don't take the game. It's got to be a bit of a knock to the confidence. But maybe he was like, oh, this is not a deck I was prepared for.
And yeah, you can see it. There it goes. So
quite a powerful effect. I'm not sure how easy it is for the Runick deck to actually just get 2 monsters to tribute. So it seems like quite an investment. But oh, here we go with the Runick tip once more.
Yeah. Yeah, the only issue about Tyrant is that it doesn't stop effects in the graveyard. And so against Orcust specifically, you know, still leads to a lot of advantage going on, and then they can just attack with everything. So it's an interesting card, but definitely, you know, on the nichier side. Oh, and this is a solid start. Obviously, we didn't want to banish all of our fountains, but solid start.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, starting with tip is always the best card in your deck. Followed by, I can see a Solemn Judgment. Like, this is a very good start. And then that Grave of the Super Ancient Organism back again. Obviously, he's decided it is useful against the Horus cards. Is he not going to try and draw something with his fountain?
Apparently not. Okay. Definitely an interesting decision.
Maybe just holding the Runick spells for their sort of full effects rather than just summoning a monster you're not going to use.
Yeah, that's understandable, but at the same time, when you're playing so many continuous trap, I feel like, and even like 3 copies of Dimensional Fissure, you know, it's pretty good to get those, especially because you can then draw again during your opponent's turn. So I don't know. That was a little questionable, but as you can see here, Fissure would have been amazing. And okay, we are going to the casino. Let's see.
I'm definitely with you, and drawing last time would have been great. But yeah, here it comes.
Let's see what we are getting. This could be a dangerous game if we hit some Orcusts. And wow, okay, it is the sarcophagus. That's fun.
And he's going just for 2?
I guess so.
I guess this is like slightly more conservative into a potential Ash Blossom, because if you run out of Runick spells and then you're denied your draw, then you might kind of be stuck for the next couple of turns, where if you kind of like pace it a bit slower, then instead you can try and activate it more times.
Well, yeah.
I mean, Francesco's thinking about it, right? So,
yeah. Or like you have, like last turn you activated Tip and Desires and you didn't see an Ash, so
that's true.
I mean, now we normal summon the Harp, and yeah, as expected, we do see a read. So we are holding Grave Solemn and a Runick spell, so
I think the Runick spell is Destruction.
Yeah.
So that's just an attack, it looks like, so perfect news for Giol. Marcello just looking at me if I pronounce that name correctly.
No. Absolutely not.
It was perfectly pronounced.
Giol is, yeah.
Is that how you say it? I don't.
Yeah. I mean, we've mentioned in your Tommaso nowadays.
Exactly.
You know. Okay, nothing great. Banished off the top from Francesco's deck. And actually this was not the best, because although the crescendo effect on field is usually the most relevant one, it also has an engrave effect, which can be pretty useful to just get an additional resource. And typically you can't use it during your opponent's turn, because you can only use one of the 2. But if they destroy it, as in this case, it basically means that Francesco can search whatever. The funny thing is you can actually search any dark machine. So some people back in the day were siding like a Jinzo in there. that could have been a fun way to, you know, shut down these traps from his opponent.
Yeah, not irrelevant against this deck at all, but doesn't deal with Runicks and it doesn't deal with Dimensional Fissure.
Yeah. And you see, the Fissure was there, so if he would have used it, he would have picked it up a turn earlier.
Just going for 2 at a time. And Francesco definitely like looking like he has an Ash, so maybe going for 2 at a time is the right way of doing it. But maybe he's just bluffing.
Oh, just picks up
like
the card.
Okay, trying to get a glimpse. Okay, we do have the sarcophagus. At least we are improving from game 1.
That is straight into a coach trainer, isn't it? That gets you 3 level 8s at the drop of a hat.
Of course we are.
That's 1. That's 2. And discard 1 more. Go on.
Yes.
Here we go. Good thing as well, it puts you ahead on life points, the coach trainer. Well, assuming you draw at least 1 monster. And with a few cards in the game, you can only activate thrice per turn. Has that in common with the Pearly XYZs.
Save it for the quizzes, Tom. All this trivia for free. Yeah. And yeah, there he is.
In defense. I think you just got to put it in attack mode. I've never really got that.
No,
you know?
nah, look at the... Come on. Look at the bats. It's not meant to be in defense. But yeah, this is great. Insane pushes back in the day.
Oh, you're reading this thing.
Yeah.
Like, does it really do that?
Yeah, it does.
You just draw 3 cards. I'm playing the Runick deck, you know?
Yeah. Looks pretty confused, but
Very nice interaction, honestly, this from Francesco with the King's Sarcophagus as well, gathering of one of his Orcus and send the harp to the graveyard. And then once again here using the Koch King and other
dealing some damage, and yeah, that's just...
What sent the harp to the graveyard?
I think he went for... and yeah, I was confused as well, because the Nightmare, it seems like, was discarded. But...
You have to banish the Nightmare,
yeah, I thought so as well.
Yeah, you're right.
Did he send it from his deck or his hand?
No, because he discarded the Nightmare for the
King's Sarcophagus.
King's Sarcophagus effect. And...
I think he just sent it with King's Sarcophagus.
I think so. I think he might have made a small...
There's no weird synergy that Harp Horror is somehow a Horus card.
No, no.
Okay.
But then I guess, did he activate it twice? I'm not sure, but I guess so. And we can now keep, yeah.
Anyway, here comes some nice Orcust combos.
Yeah, into the crescendo as we were expecting.
I suppose John knows that no Cosmic Cyclones were picked up from the coach trainer, but still could have been some in his opening hand. Got two level 7s on the field now, so can he make a rank 7 maybe? No, I think maybe the judge just picking up something. Well, they asked a question about how the harp went to the graveyard.
Yeah. So that's yet another face down and passes.
Can Dingissu not just stop something being destroyed?
Yeah.
Am I remembering the effect wrong?
Yeah. Just the touch one, right? And I think, I'm not sure if he read it. Yeah, he's gonna read it now. I mean, again, it's one of those things where all match you have only witnessed an effect by Dingissu. This has never came up, but unfortunately, yeah, he does that too.
Yeah, that's a real setback though, because every Runick spell can potentially draw you 3 cards. Can push into an Ash or a Crescendo.
And does this resolve? It does. Okay. Not using Crescendo here.
Is that a tip for a third time?
Yeah. What do you think? Would you have Crescendo the Desire?
I don't think so. I think you can just Crescendo the... Can you Crescendo effects, or do you have to Crescendo activations?
You mean of the Yugin?
No, I'm just thinking you just save it for a fountain, because it banishes
once
the card.
it resolves?
I don't know. I don't know.
Right?
But
usually you can't with this kind of cards, but let me check. Yeah, no, you cannot.
But you just do it on the fountain and then get down 1 fountain. Because this could very well be the last fountain. It banishes the card too, right? So this could be the end of the fountain trains.
Okay, we said before.
And then
activating the card.
This is the end phase. Is he just trying to gain 1,000 to go ahead in life points?
Which he's not gonna do because he's down 1,600. So
because there were 2 monsters, yeah.
And what? What?
Just preventing the life points are all important. It only does 1,000, right? There's no...
Yeah. I mean, it has the targeting protection as well, but like, not now, because like...
Maybe Francesco didn't realize he's
yeah.
would be more than 1,000 difference. But like, he has so much going on right now.
I have no idea. But
he can just like make a Dingirsu with two level 8s as well, the old-fashioned way.
we have a skill drain hiding in there.
But skill drain doesn't protect you from just being attacked. It can do quite a lot of damage.
Does not. But it drains the skill.
It does. You need Mystic Mind for that. No attack, no skills.
Ooh, and we have the Cosmic from the side deck. That's huge. But as mentioned, was
you
it
can prevent
chained?
other cards from being targeted?
I think it was only Runick cards. Yeah, no, it's only Runick cards. Pretty sure.
I guess you can just put Dingirsu over Galatea anyway. Probably easier than two level 8s.
Comes Babel.
So much action for Francesco. He's got everything his deck could offer in his hands.
And here comes another Dingirsu.
I mean, you kind of have to play the freezing curses, otherwise you lose your dimensional fissure, but I don't know what difference it makes.
Okay. This seems almost done. Is it freezing or is it destruction? I'm not sure, but yeah. I guess
Destruction would be even worse.
Yeah.
Learning the hard way about Dingirsu's protection.
Regardless, yeah. That's done. We only have one more Runick. Yeah, it's counting the attacks, and this seems like mission impossible. Taking it.
Where's a Quaking Mirror Force when you need one?
I know, it was Slumber. Yeah, he's just looking at it. Yeah, once again, the Dingirsu is there to protect all of Francesco's monsters. And I think, yeah, he's soon realizing that he just banished, but that's not really taking you there, right? And that's it.